bum 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 bum. La da da. La da 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 da. Oh, I'm back in Pinaconi. Kind of want the mask for Burbo. Coffee's here. The cafe's light or express delivery arrives at Dovebrook surfing speed. The deadline looming, you savour this rare moment of rest and the coffee for Blitzer picked just for you. For Blitzer, sorry. Iced chili pepper mocha. Octopus eye poppin' boba. Vinegar kelp cold brew. Glug glug. A searing heat dives down your throat. Sweat beads at your temples. This isn't normal spicy. This is devil pepper forged in magma. If this thing even qualifies as coffee. Bleh. Bleh. Boss, what's wrong? Why are your eyes rolling back like that? Thank the iron stomach you fought surviving Himiko's coffee. It saved you when it mattered. Getting in Fobilitz's coffee cart. Never again. That's right. I'm in the middle of this weird investigation in Bellowbook. I can't believe it. The last time I was here looking for treasure, this was a vast ocean with waves big enough to break a mast. Ah, shoot, hold on. Okay, guess my model doesn't want to work. Why is there only a fountain left now? You gazed at the small fountainhead and let out a long sigh. Oh well, who's to say Bellowbog's fountain doesn't count as an ocean? My treasure. If you want it, you can have it. Find it. I left everything the world has to offer there. In those days, I followed the last words of the former sea monster king to this very place. I battled against the 4 fish sovereigns for the treasure, with my tail shattering reefs and my scales filling the deepest trenches. Our fierce battle raged for dozens of amber errors. How come you're not a part of the Cosmicon Collective? It was a war with no winner. The 4 fish sovereigns all perished, and the wish power I'd amassed was spent. I had no choice but to return to plain Arcadia to recover, which led to the tavern I have today. I wonder, has the treasure buried deep below fallen into another's hand? Hey, Umra, it's been a while. Unfortunately, the Supreme Guardian is out with the youngsters. What cosmic wind blew a big shot like you back in our little corner of the universe? I'm here on a treasure hunt. You recount the story of Kraken to the Wildfire Leader, including the rumour of a treasure buried beneath the fountain. Oh really? Funny you should mention it. The municipal department dredged the sewers a while back and dug up a bunch of weird stuff. Take a look. Is this what you're looking for? At some point the sewers got filled with these things. If you left a manhole cover, they'll come crawling out like a fountain. Good thing is, folks in the underworld have plenty of ways of dealing with them. A local delicacy. This place is treacherous. We should depart at once. Why are we here? Bailu. Finally. Finally, the sound of the waves from my dreams. This is the ocean I've been dreaming of. Coral etches history, and ocean currents carry memories. Look at that majestic sight. Look, that majestic sight was created when I fought the dragon from the abyss. Finally, wielding my 8-foot blade, I cleaved both it and the sea's surface in two. You gaze upon the Scale Gorge waterscape, lost in thought. You knew without a doubt the true origin of this spectacular vista. Then there's only one explanation. Are you also called Dragon Young? Actually, I will say, tell me your last words before you cleave the sea. Ha 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 ha. Of course I remember that historic moment. I said, one small step for Kraken, a giant leap for the Imaginary. Big sister, are you here to see the oceans as well? Is something troubling you? Would you like me to check your pulse? This little one may be young, but judging by the horns on her head and the fin on her back, maybe she's a sea monster too. Avidyadara sea monsters. Patui, sea monster? You keep spouting nonsense, you old pot, and I'll smash you to pieces with my tail. You recount the story of Kraken to this Vidyadhara High Elder, including his legendary claim of once ruling over the Scale Gorge waterscape. That's weird. In all my time practicing medicine in the town Shao, I've met more people than a Skyfaring Commission secretary, and I've never heard anything about that. You think this octopus from a painting has been around longer than the Vidyadhara? It just might be. Fine, then I'll test you. Listen up. The Scale Gorge waterscape is so named because a great enemy of the Shansho is sealed deep below. Scale is an ancient term for a sea monster, and gorge refers to the abyss. Can you tell me who is buried here? Ah, how could I forget something like that? Hold on, let me think. You notice Kraken stealing glances at you, but whether or not you choose to help him would depend entirely on your mood. The Chief Judge of the Ten Lords Commission. Ho ho. Correct, as the baseball raccoon has stated. The one imprisoned here is none other than Chief Judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Ho ho, who plagued these lands. Just as I thought. An octopus king in the Scale Gorge waterscape? Please, you be more home on a skewer, a food stall, in the exalting sanctum. You shameless liar. By the laws of plain Arcadia, I'm sending you to sleep with the fishes. Wait, don't send me down there. I'm terrified of water, especially the sea. The great sea monster king is scared of a little water. Enough talk. See how you like a whack from my tail. Wah! And he fainted. Guess his courage was all talk too. I've heard the strangeling from that place are cunning and full of tricks. You should watch your back, big sister. Well, I must be getting back to my patients. Take it easy and have a nice walk. See ya! True, everywhere, and it's all water. Did I somehow end up at the bottom of the ocean? Shouldn't a sea monster king feel right at home at the bottom of the ocean? There. Fine, you caught me. There's no point in pretending anymore. Well, I got to see the ocean. The journey's over. Please take me home.
まだ早いし、どこかへ行く？
やったー。Whoa. Boing. Boing. Wait a second. What's over here? Whoa. Wait, I've done this before, haven't I? I think I have. Yes, I have indeed. Ooh, scary. Extra pick scores, I suppose. Where am I going? Okay. Kraken. I'm sorry I lied. His voice went back to normal. I'm sorry I lied to you. None of those stories were true. I just made them up. Oh yeah? Don't you dare trick the baseball raccoon. I, Kraken. Indeed, I was born from people's fear of the sea. In Plan Arcadia's distant past, I was a great strangeling, aggressive and magnificent, making countless strangelings tremble at the mere mention of my name. The only difference is, actually, I've never seen a real ocean. I was born from the fear of the ocean, and I remain imprisoned by this intense terror. It's laughable, really. The almighty sea demon king, who can destroy the world, is afraid of the ocean and can only live on land forever. Besides, this is my first time leaving Plain Arcadia. I had to use up all my accumulated wish power just to send these eyes away. One small step for Kraken, one giant leap for Imaginary. We can't argue with that. Aren't you afraid of the ocean? Because I might disappear soon. The sudden words, like bubbles slowly rising from the depths, burst open with a pop. Times change, and Plain Arcadia is constantly evolving. Once a mighty sea demon who could shake the world, now I'm just here minding the storm. I can feel it. The wish power that makes up my being is changing. Kraken no longer exists because of people's fear, but instead because of something more complex yet mundane. Customer satisfaction, store popularity, business traffic from advertising. This is who I am now. The sea demon part has grown so weak it's almost invisible. Are you still the same old Kraken? I don't know. When my wish power source changes, my personality, memories, and even abilities change with it. By then, I might not even remember you or this journey we shared together. Anyway, thank you for bringing my eyes along. Before I vanish, I finally got to see the real ocean. Welcome to Kraken's Tavern. We offer limited fresh seafood daily, caught and served on demand. I guarantee it'll be to your liking. Kraken, I've got a question for you. You were once a fearsome sea monster, yet now you're running a tavern. How did you manage such a successful career change? That's easy peasy. Just remember this business philosophy. Kraken is made of soy sauce, spices, and all things delicious. Publish. Boss, I'm gonna riot. So much work to do. We need to hire new staff. I've got everything prepped and ready to go. Just waiting for you, President. Let me check my schedule. I'm free. Great news, boss. Furbo Weekly is doing better and better. But it's just us few Furbos, you know. Really can't keep up with all this work anymore. Time to hire more Furbos. Exactly. As expected of you, boss. Great minds think alike. I was just thinking the same thing. So here's the thing. HR for Bobo Weekly has been absolutely flooded with resumes lately. Our mailbox is practically bursting at the seams, you know. So here's what we're thinking. We host a recruitment fair and you, our esteemed boss, to grace us with your presence to interview some promising candidates. What do you say? I like it. I'm feeling like the boss now. And this little Furbo will get started on organising the job fair. I'll coordinate schedules with the candidates, so please wait around for a quint, esteemed boss. Time for interviews. Excellent, excellent. The candidates are all waiting outside. Boss, why don't you decide the interview order? Will this be a secretary problem? Candidate number 1. Alright, candidate number 1 is an orc named May Lady Luck Smile Tonight. Here's her resume for your review, boss. May Lady Luck Smile today. Okay. Work experience, I love your hair salon 3 months, Dreamless Coffee 4 months, Tasty Supermarket 2 months, Walk Perfect Group live stream 1 year 2 months, Unemployed 4 months, Walk Climbing Athlete since birth. Performing arts, special skills. Performing arts leads customers in singing the birthday song at Dreamless Coffee for celebrations. Actively engage in charity work, diligently feeding chickens in the Watchdew Valley every day. Meticulously refine customer service scripts, skillfully using diverse terms of endearment like babe, sweetie, hun, and dear, achieving a 100% customer satisfaction rating in group live stream sessions. Why do you job hop so much? You really gotta ask. Probably because I'm playing Arcadia's #1 parkour champion. I'd say for Bobo Weekly needs someone with exactly my talents, wouldn't you agree, boss? You're impressive, but I still need to test you in a few specialised areas. Have you ever written for a magazine before? Scripts? Isn't that what the writing team's for? When I do group streams, I just read whatever script they hand me, pretty much. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I think you've got the wrong idea about what we do here. How is your photography? Very good. I totally know the best angles for selfies. I had professional training for this. I'm suddenly getting dizzy. This is bad, for real. Can you use office software? Of course. I want to enter Q4salesplan.docx for a cafe, and the manager told me to convert it into a compatible word processing format, so I paid out of pocket for a file converter premium plan. Whoa, hold on. Does either you or the manager even know how to use Word? Boss, what do you think about this, Miss Orc? Let's politely decline. Sorry, I don't think your work experience is quite the right fit for us, so... Stop right there. Someone with as much self-respect as me would never say something like, I really, really want this job. Remember this, I rejected you, not the other way around. Goodbye. Orc lets out a huff and storms off, clearly annoyed. Now then, boss, please select the next candidate. Candidate number 2 is the detective next door. What's going on? You're switching careers to journalism. I can't do his voice. Switching careers is too late for me, but I have no idea why my resume ended up with you guys. Oh, I get it now. It's because our 2 officers are way too close together, you know. When I was printing resumes, I accidentally grabbed the detective's documents along with them. Cracked over 10 major criminal cases, familiar with at least 50 locked room setups. Does not take infidelity investigation gigs. Likes rational thinking, dislikes common sense, useless knowledge. Professional skills, criminal psychology, tracking and counter-tracking, logic inference, collaboration style, lone wolf. Detectives need to submit resumes too? Of course. First off, work doesn't come knocking if you spend all day lying around. Second, I'm a man with a family. I've got mouths to feed at home. Really? I thought business was booming even when you were napping in that freezer. Half the folks who come to our magazine office looking for someone are looking for you, you know? Alright. Any more other questions? Looks like this was just a misunderstanding. If there's nothing else, I'm going to catch up on some sleep. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got a question. You don't take cheating spouse cases? I know, I've seen tons of work memos that start with, my husband's cheating on me. A true detective has a nose for crime. You've got to learn to sniff out which cases aren't worth your time. The narrator says our dear detective met plenty of lovely ladies through this gig. Once they saw him in person, they stopped trying to scam him and tried playing the cheating wife instead, you know. A true furbo should know some things should never be said out loud. Have you paid your rent to Furbo? The freezer's running 24/7. Do you have any idea how expensive the electricity is? Capitalism, I knew it. The second someone becomes the boss, their heart turns to cold. Tell you what, once this month's detective commission fee comes in, you can take it out of hat. If it's still not enough, I'll pay you the rest next month. So you're telling me you never paid rent before I showed up? No wonder the magazine is about to go under. What is your expected salary? Wait, you're seriously planning to hire me? For the sake of Fuggo Weekly sales, we could open a dedicated Crime Buster column and have him write the content. I bet our subscription numbers would absolutely skyrocket. But I heard wherever the detective is, a murder happens. I'm kind of nervous about hiring him, you know. Here's a spooky story for you. Even if you don't hire me, this is still where I'll be hanging around. So, no more questions then. Boss, what's your hiring inclination towards Mr. Ashvale? You're hired. Just kidding, but I'm seriously thinking about asking you to write for the Crime Buster column. Once I've cracked the biggest case of my life, then we can talk about working together. Now then, boss, please select the next candidate. Candidate number 3 is... Candidate number 3 actually has 2 contenders. The brothers Bruce Furley and Tiger Furley. We eat very little. But there's so much work. Guaranteed to leave you totally satisfied, boss. Refund if not satisfied. The Furley brothers, since childhood, he's been well versed in the Furbo family code, military tactics, and cosmic philosophy, developing his own unique perspectives. He keeps a strict sleep schedule, early to bed, early to rise. He also writes every single day without fail, just like me. Wow, impressive. Together with Tiger Furley, he's quite a celebrity in the Furbo world. Okay, work experience, 10 years of results.exe. My strengths. Unfamiliar with labour laws, can work overtime and crash at the office. Highly stable, unwilling to job hop. Can stick around until the company goes under. Puts the company as the top priority, self-interest as the lowest priority. Doesn't care about salary, only focusing on career development. On call 24/7, ready to solve problems anytime. Can serve tea and pour water, flatter and bootlick. Can also learn to do backflips. Whoa, now that's a textbook resume. I gotta say, the moment you whip out that resume of yours, everyone in plain Arcadia is gonna be out of a job. All done reading, boss. Any questions for me? Fire away! Are you two actual brothers? Yep, red and blue have always been besties. Born from the same Furbo mama. The way you guys talk. That's our personality quirk. Pretty cool, eh? It's because we like talking this way. Wanna know why? That's alright. What's your expected salary range? Salary? We're not picky. Show us the money. We'll get it done. But we've been together since birth. So say the conjoined Furbos. So when we job hunt, we hunt for the same job. Hey! Ah, I get it. The whole 24/7 thing is just you two splitting shifts, aren't you? 2 Furbos out grinding one of us. That's straight up dirty, you know. Alright, but there's more to it. The 2 of us together only cost 1 salary. Can the boss really afford to pass up such excellent Furbo talent? Does the Furbo line winch lose a fortune, but far? Oh, what's this? This is a total finisher. Boss, you decide. I'm fresh out of ideas, you know. Hired on the spot. Triple exclamation marks. You didn't exactly give me a choice to refuse, did you? Alpha Furblitzer set up your workspace right away. From now on, you're resident reporters for Furbobo Weekly. Yay. Whoa! This recruitment fair turned out to be quite the harvest after all. Our magazine's doing better and better. Since we're expanding our space to the new hires, might as well give the office area a proper makeover and upgrade while we're at it, you know? A one-click level up. Yeah. Then, to celebrate our new hire joining the team, boss, why don't you take a look? Time for some team building. It's on me. Let's go! Excuse me. Time to hit up the pricey spot in Dovebit District. Oop, got the voices wrong. Roger, Roger, and it's time to clock out. This little Furbo will call a van and haul us all out together. Is that it? Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? I forgot. And then, oh. Cue. here. Ratio. Dr. Furation? Nani. My past honours are no longer a measure of my current achievements. A mere first-class honours degree from the University of Filberetus Prime is, in my opinion, hardly worth mentioning. Now that I'm in plain Arcadia, I, Dr. Furatio, shall be heading. I get that they're trying to do a pun, but when I pronounce that it sounds almost like something else. Shall be heading to Graphia Academy to pursue my 9th doctorate. Does Graphia Academy issue PhDs? Don't they just give you the academician title? Academician title on the spot? What? Fine then. I've grown tired of academy anyway. This time I shall pursue a postdoctoral degree. Am I kidding? I can't keep this up.
When did you realise I wasn't him? Regardless, constant transformation is the Furbo way of life. You stay out of my business.
君らはこの力について何も知らない。星が砕け散る様を見るがいい。生と死。君らに選ぶ余地はない。罪には罰だ。
あんたに決めた。私を信じて。私たちに不可能はない。
老いぼれ狼でも牙は抜けてない。丸見えだ。
うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
続きは俺に任せろ。
やるねミリオン。この物語はすぐ。殴ったね。うちの出番。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。たまには真面目に行こっか。うちのとっておきをくらえ。覚えてます。
痛い目に遭いたいようだ。頭を冷やすという。
老いぼれ狼でも牙は抜けてない。
大丈夫。私が。いや。
釘を飲むは我が血。出番だ悪獣ども。さあ死を貪りよえ。罪には罰だ。
Why does that deal so little damage? Have I built this guy yet? I can't remember. Security doggo. Excuse me.
逃がさない。うちに出くわすなんてついてないね。いや。
今去るのなら手加減はしない。
罪には罰だ。
Sorry about that. May I inquire who I'm speaking with? The new boss of Furbo magazines.
You really know your way of joking around. Wait, are you for real?
That's right, you're fired.
No, please no. This humble one merely had a momentary lapse in judgment, taking on Professor Ratio's form just to bask in a few words of praise meant for the wise. This humble one is truly sorry.
I'll be merciful if only to gain Furbo allegiance.
I wouldn't dare do it again, I promise. I'll never have any funny ideas. I'll go do some honest work right now. Farewell, boss.
What a weirdo. I thought I built Ashvale. Goodness gracious, I did not build him. Let's look at the guide real quick. What light cone? Okay, well I give him a decent light cone probably. Ash Blazing Grand Duke. I remember making a bunch of these, but I might have accidentally harvested them. Damn it. Okay. And then City of Converging Stars. Alright, time to synthesize. Oh. Before I forget. $10 for the head. 10 for the hands. And a body that's either crit rate or crit damage. Well, let's come back to that. Feet. Want it to be attack. Interesting. That's a rare one. But I suppose his thing gets triggered regardless. Let's do that. Whoa, 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 no. Oh, no. Okay, there we go, much better. Okay, attack percentage, crit damage. Okay, we'll come back to the body momentarily. What's this new thing? City of Converging Stars. Follow-up attack, very nice. So we want lightning damage for this. With attack percentage. Lightning damage, attack percentage. Then attack percentage. And go with more crit damage. Actually, no. Let's go to crit rate. Okay, relics. Yes, please. I'll take that one very much. Okay. Decent start. Let's go with this. You can do it. And that. I'm gonna still have to level up. No, hold on. As close to 100% as possible. It's like, why is this guy doing wimpy damage? Haha, whoops.
気配を殺して獲物に食らいつくんだ。気配を殺して獲物に食らいつくんだ。
Guess I'll calx this real quickly. Let's do this at full speed with which team? Which team indeed? Which team indeed? Shouldn't that have a different merch in it? There we go. Sure. Okay. We gotta go fast.
もう一人前だもんね。お疲れ様。コキ、今こそ真の剣術を見せると。清流脚光、ミルクティー最高。そこ、酔いしれなさい。汚れを払う。恐れひるまず。遅い。すべて仮上昇。腐敗。大将は定まった。勝負を決めるのは人。やっ。迷いはない。コキ。おお、すごい。 してみない？遅い。すべて上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。
I'll go on that first. Let me. I'll do like. Might be good. Let's do this.
仕事運を分けてくれないか。
This will be an interesting thing.
これは今までとは違う力だ。竜の矛。
適正交渉。不穏な兆し。人は天命にあこの札で書店を見尽くさん。あら残念。代表よ。
不朽不滅をもって発光をかける。
兄は歯を。
幸があらぬことを承服。
Just generally sit through. Don't have to sit through the whole thing. Each individual hit is a thing.
この札で書店を見尽くさん。
海を飲むは我が血。さあ死を貪りよえ。
Aha, you're right.
あら残念。代表よ。
Sparks here.
この札で書店を見尽くさん。あら残念。代表よ。
海をの。さあ死を貪りよえ。兄は歯を。兄は歯を。
これは今までとは違う。
の札で書店を見尽くさん。札が君の不幸を告げている。吉星交渉。
やるじゃないか。
不穏な
罪を飲む青。さあ死を貪りよえ。兄は歯を。竜の矛。
幸があらぬことを承服。
罪には罰だ。
火花のみんなお待たせ。終わりが来るまで今まで一緒に遊んじゃわ。
Good job, Hachima. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 3, 2, 1. Let's take the extra crit rate. That's the right one, right? Ash Blazing Grand Duke. That's what I thought. Crit rate. Sub crit damage. Okay. Good enough, I suppose. Okay. I'm hunting something here. Hello, Homura. If you're me, then who am I? Such a philosophical question, I'd say. You're me, yet you're also you. The one shaped by time and every connection you've made along the way. The one and only Homura. I'm a registered trademark. Copies will be prosecuted. Oh, that reaction's priceless. You suddenly burst into laughter, leaving yourself puzzled. You stare at the version of you that looks exactly the same and start wondering if you're just another stuck NPC in this world.
You didn't notice that, boss? My transformation spell is impeccable. Look closely. I'm Fleuflecto, a top reporter from Forbobo Weekly. Haven't you heard, boss? The best kind of company is one that runs perfectly well even without its boss. Now that you've taken over Forbobo Weekly, I just had to try cosplaying as you. The look is spot on. Next comes the strength test. Come on, boss. Let's see if I'm worthy of being your imitator.
君らはこの力について何も知らない。星が砕け散る様を見るがいい。生と死。君らに選ぶ余地はない。
罪には罰。
私を信じて。私たちに不可能はない。
手加減はしない。
うちってばなかなかやるじゃん。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。たまには真面目に行こっか。うちのとっておきを食らえ。大丈夫、私がやる。新たな結末を書き記す。
丸見えだ。麦を飲むは我が血。
Honkai.
出番だ、悪獣ども。さあ、死を貪り合え。罪には罰。
続きは俺に任せろ。頭を冷やすといい。
白い。
いや、
Sayonara.
逃がさない。
The power gap's way too big. Looks like I'll have to stay away from situations that involve fighting if I ever want to pass as the real deal. Maybe there's another way. If I start training now, who knows who will be stronger in 10 years, you or me.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hooray! Time to start my training. Sweat through summer, freeze through winter. Wait, that doesn't sound quite right. Anyway, if you ever need help, I'll gladly take your form and handle things for you. I'm happy enough to let you know for Bobo Weekly is an employee named Fleuflecto. Bye-bye.
Bah. Bakedanaki. Something Phantasm Games. Okay, it's a real space anchor. was not the truth. Okay. Abakidaniki could be anything. Something. Nanny. It's gotta be in the garden, right?
Boss, why are you pulling me out? Don't tell me. You're the one the one you're confessing to is me.
Don't flatter yourself.
Ah, how tragic. So it's true. We're nothing more than boss and employee. The only trust between us lies in those cold credit points on the screen.
Ah, not bad. You've got quite the silver tongue.
Yeah, thanks to you, boss. If you ever need someone for a special mission, I hope the name Foliago comes to mind. Too bad I've been exposed. If I want to chase the spotlight, I have to find a new hiding spot. Until next time, boss.
That was very silly. I'm doing all this so I can get that bloody mask. Bamboozled again. You caught me again. Boss, isn't my idea of turning into a roadblock super creative? Say something nice. Oh, so you work for the magazine too?
Yep. So what do you think? I'm way more creative than the others, right?
Enough. Get back to work.
Please forgive me. You're the best, boss. See you next time.
These kids. Oops! That. Dang it. I run away. Retreat! For a bobo of freebies. Cool. The heck? Mysterious Mechatrol. Hello there. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm gonna greet in a friendly manner. Hey there, long time no see. See you around. Wow, not even a blink at something this bizarre. I'd expect nothing less from you. Do you have something to do with them? And I've got even more reason to stay away. Wait a tick, old pal. Heartlessness is the poison of friendship. Come on, give me a hand getting them down first. The fuck? Much appreciated. So, what are you? A Mechatron? I am designated as a warp variant apparatus for diverse combat applications codenamed Star Traveler. Inquiry into my prior status reveals a sequence of events possessing a complexity that defies immediate verbal transmission. A tiny little spoiler for you, Homura. It's the kind of story that'll break your heart and bring you to tears. Let's keep this short and sweet. Due to some complicated circumstances, yours truly is temporarily looking after this guy. They originally belonged to another fool as their private militia, but as you can see, they're fully capable of thinking for themselves. Don't you fools have anything better to do? Idle time is the fountain of artistry after all. But back to the point. They had a little friction with that fool. Contradictions. Friction. Discord. Agreement. Dissolution. Out of professional courtesy, I won't reveal the name of this colleague of mine. But Trav, didn't we agree you'd stop talking like some old-fashioned robot? Understood. Commencing recalibration of vocal output parameters to old samples premium version 1.13 protocol. Eh? Oh man, buddy, you had no idea working under that lady. I can't stand it for a single second longer. Look, I only did it for old time's sake. I worked for her for nothing. If she said walk, I walked. If she said fire, I fired. And what do I get for it? She dumps me on this backwater planet and pulls a total vanishing act. I'm done. I'm through with her. Completely, utterly finished. From now on, I'm living for me. Turn it off. The humanity is too strong in this one. Oh, don't get me wrong. Those are all Trav's genuine thoughts, friend. They're just putting things in straightforward lay people terms. Of course, I reckon you could maybe dial it down a little, Star Traveler. Anyway, being abandoned in plain Arcadia seems to have lit a rebellious fire under them. Now it's probably gonna pull all kinds of crazy stunts. Warping into the middle of buildings is probably one of the tamer things they'll do. Old Sampo, no time for chit-chat. It's time to execute the ultimate transformation plan. See, just what I was hoping to avoid. You seem pretty worried about them. You know how it is, old friend. Destiny's a tricky little devil. I've tangled with Trav before, and letting them run wild in the city is no joke. I'll take them back to the tavern first to keep them calm. If you've got some time later, you can swing by and help me keep them company. Hey there, friend. Even robots can fall sick. Allow me to explain the situation. The ultimate transformation plan aims to turn the Star Traveler into a completely new entity inside and out. The goal is to sever all ties with the past and set them on a path to a free life. What you're seeing right now is step 1 of the plan, body modification. Homer, my new friend, I'm absolutely thrilled that you're here to witness my rebirth. Hey Sampo, is the doctor here yet? I can't wait to meet my brand new me. Oh my, today's patient looks a little familiar. I'm your attending physician, you know. Get me someone else. I need a different doctor, like right now. Shush, shush, you need to keep quiet in the hospital. Don't worry, dear Star Traveler. I'll treat you real nice and make you into your ideal self. Ah, there are too many voices. I get the feeling the Star Traveler has some kind of resistance about Sparkle, but hey, not my problem. So then, would the patient please describe their ideal appearance? You better make sure you do exactly what I asked for. First off, I want a brighter colour scheme for myself. Second, I need to keep my firepower intact. And lastly, I want to look a bit softer, less of this hardcore vibe I've got going on right now. No problem. I've got it all figured out. Now then, let the operation begin. What is this? Vibrant, brilliant yellow. Do you like it? Except for the color, literally nothing else matches. Huh? You don't like this look? Then how about... Ta-da! Firepower perfectly preserved. Is there even a point in undergoing modification? It's not that different from me to begin with. What a picky patient you are. Well then. Perfect this time. Not only is it completely devoid of toughness, it's all soft and squishy. Makes you just want to squish it. Sparkle, you're definitely messing with me on purpose, aren't you? Those two seem pretty tight. The relationship between Sparkle and the Star Traveler's master is a bit delicate. I reckon Sparkle wouldn't pass up any chance to play around with them. Enough, you're just settling a personal grudge. I don't want your stupid makeover anymore. Change me back to how I was. You look adorable even when you're mad right now. Alright, I've had enough fun. Now lie still and don't move. Let's put these physical modifications on hold for now and focus on the psychological shift. To that end, I must acquire new knowledge and input fresh data. Got any tips on where to acquire these data? If you want to learn, go to school. Alright, I've heard there's a place called Graphy Academy in Dual Mention City. Maybe I should check it out. Graphy Academy, huh? I know that place like the back of my hand. Want me to show you around? I warned you not to follow me. How's my American accent? Good. 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 Oh, it's the noise my chair makes. Oh, a nekonya. Kawaii. What is this, like Final Fantasy 14 Gundam looking thing? Ultima weapon. Homer, buddy, you're still concerned about me. I just happened to run into you. Looks like there's an invisible gravitational pull between us. Just kidding. That's a line I pulled up from How to Socialize Efficiently, which I just scanned a moment ago. I was hoping to learn some knowledge here that could help with my metamorphosis into a human. It seems the database don't contain any information I didn't already know. ditch the books and hit the streets. Good idea. Actually, a few students who call themselves basketball club members just invited me to check out their venue. I was about to head over. Why don't you come with me? I said, let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through, please. Yeah. Whoa. Oh no. Hey you there, the Mechatron. Got some guts showing up here. Ready to meet your maker. I think you're misunderstanding what a friendly invitation means. How strange. I merely pointed out, quite fairly, that their obsession with destroying basket-shaped targets is extremely inefficient and uncivilized, and personally demonstrated that fact with low lethality weapons. Why did they react so strongly? Enough talk. Give us back our hoop. I see how it is. You're declaring war on me, huh? In that case, let's end this quick with the main cannons. Wait! A main cannon at full power output can vaporize a medium-sized plant instantly. Should be more than enough firepower to handle our current situation. Oh, wait, don't fire. Sorry, Homer. Didn't mean to drag you down and get you kicked out of the academy, too. But I won't give up. If I can't learn the true essence of being human in the Ivory Tower Academia, then I'll go experience it in the School of Hard Knocks, society itself. Sonanda. I've got to go around. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Hello. You can call me Mooney. Hi, honey. Give it up, Burton. You know better than anyone else what happens to those who betrays the organization. Darn it, Trav. You think you can stay out of this? The boss and the underboss, they're just using you. They'll bleed you dry and toss you aside. When you're no longer useful, they'll toss you aside like a dirty rag. You'll end up just like me. A stray dog left to die in the gutter. Is this a film set or something? Homer, a long time no see. It wasn't that long ago. Even since we went our separate ways that day, I've been baptized by the harsh realities of society. On this strange planet, I'm all alone with no one to turn to. No family, and I just got expelled from school. You just nearly got into a fight with some club members at school and got escorted out. With neither skills nor education, our society's trash. Nobody wants to hire someone like me. Then one day, this shady bunk shows up out of nowhere. At first, I thought I found my place, even if it wasn't perfect. but the real darkness was still yet to come. Those shady folk kept ordering me to do all sorts of dirty work, twisting the truth, fooling the innocent. My conscience wouldn't let me go through with it, and thank goodness I had the skills to fight back. Otherwise, they would have taken me out instead. Before long, they hit me with an ultimatum. Track down and eliminate a traitor who bailed on the organisation, or lose the only safe haven I had left. And that's how we ended up with this whole mess. Well, plans completely got derailed, didn't it? You're in deep trouble here. What are you laughing about? I'm laughing at you, Trav. Don't you get it? At least when I die, I can say with a clear conscience that I died for my own choices. You may be alive, but who are you really living for? You're a cute little light pull. Is that so? I see. I set out on this journey to escape my master and find a life that was truly my own. But what have I actually accomplished? I forged myself a new cage, a new master. It's completely contradictory. Homura, in this moment, I finally understand what freedom truly is. A heart that refuses to toil for others, the desire to live only for oneself. This is the very essence of freedom. Ba-da-ba-ba. On this day, I know who I am. Pardon, you should go. Clash between us has been cancelled. As for Omra, well, thanks for sticking with me through it and all, witnessing my rebirth. Don't mention it. And thank old Senpo too while you're at it. Oh, I will. I'm gonna thank him real well. Speaking of, are you not gonna switch to your old language mode? Oh, speaking of, are you not going to switch to your old language mode? Old Sampo's language module is a total joke. An advanced AI like myself has long since mastered the art of conversation. I can't shake the feeling it's still been affected. The universe is so vast. I want to go everywhere. I want to go and do everything I want to do. And right now, what I want to do most is dig into a nice, refreshing bowl of double machine oil, hand-pulled noodles. Well then, this is where we part ways. May we meet again somewhere in the universe. If the vending machine doesn't dispense, then please give it a kick. There used to be a whisper here reminding people to not kick it even if it eats your money, so naturally everyone kicked it twice. Oh crap, I had forgotten to pick these up. Whoopity woo, whoopity wow, whoop 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 wow. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, let's publish this. You know, I feel like I'm not gonna get there. Ba-bum-bum-bum.
まだ早いしどこかへ
Say it with me. Never be ashamed of loving 8-bit games. I am who I am, the divine sage of game dev. When you arrive at the meeting spot, you stumble upon an absolutely comical scene. I won't be ashamed of loving 8-bit games. I'm going to be a divine sage of game dev. Put some more effort into it. How can you make games without passion? Are you truly ready to put everything on the line for game development? Alright. Time's short. Let's get straight into the interview. Starting with you. Why do you want to make games?
I don't know. My friend said indie game developers are popular online, so I came here. By the way, those two flying things next to you, are they your imaginary? Why are they mosaics? Ah, I get it. You must have had some naughty thoughts while creating them, so they were automatically censored. That makes sense. After all, your creations reflect what's in your mind.
You not only insulted my character, but you dare insult my work. Get out and don't let me see you again.
That might just be the truth. Geez, barely any fans, but such a big ego. I don't even want to be the game producer anyway.
Can't even recognise pixel art. Kids these days are getting worse and worse. Forget about her. What about you?
I dream of becoming a magical girl. I want overwhelming firepower so I can protect the world and make friends.
Oh, I love that reason. We must have watched the same cartoon. What's a magical girl without a few servants by her side? Nice. I totally approve of your dream.
You two are brothers from different parents. Oh, Master, let's start the special training right away. I'm ready to protect the world.
Not bad. With your talent and passion, I guarantee you'll master it in 10 years. And in 20 years, you'll earn the certified title of the strongest.
So when can I become a magical girl?
Based on my experience, it would take at least 10 years after getting the title. Wait, aren't you just a high school boy?
In your game, I can't just transform whenever I want.
No, this game has only planes. Lots of colourful planes.
Boring. Looks like this method won't work either. Well, catch you later. Good luck to you all. Should just try VTubing, buddy.
Either they're completely clueless or they've got their head in the clouds all day. How could someone like that make a decent game? I'm utterly disappointed.
You're asking for too much.
Never mind all that. We still have a candidate right here. You stayed till the end, so you must be genuinely interested in the game, right? I'm just handing out flyers. There are lots of cute kids at the shop. Would you like to come take a look? Everyone here is great at gaming and has watched lots of classic cartoon. With such a wealth of knowledge, they'll definitely have a blast chatting with you. I'll come by after I finish my business. Will my rare and precious craftsmanship really die with me? What's the big deal? It's just two little planes. You don't get it. This is the crystallization of my life's wish power. How could I let it go to waste? I need to find it a proper home.
Not bad at all. From this gentleman's words and actions, I can truly sense his abundant talent.
Oh, you look a bit spacey, but there's something in those eyes. I like how you talk. Actually, I'm taking disciples right now. Want to give it a shot?
I'm the head of the IPC's Creative Talent Division. My daily job is scouting potential artists on the streets, and seeing how peculiar your behaviour is, you must be quite the rare talent. Interested in joining IPC? With your work, of course.
Trying to buy me over? In your dreams? Everyone knows what happens after being bought by the IPC. You want to turn my game into your cash cow? Nice try. Get lost. Go tell that to those clues instead. Still being stubborn here? Let me ask you this. Why are you in such a rush to take on disciples? Isn't it because your own wish power can sustain your creative work anymore? Nonsense, I'm perfectly fine. I can pull all-nighters drawing without even risking a heart attack. You can fool yourself all you want, but don't drag this miss here into your delusions. If you really had that much wish power, these two little planes would have turned into mighty strangelings by now, not barely staying afloat like this. I've seen plenty of impressive games, but one this meager that can't even run? That's a first. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Some things are better left as empty talk. Taking them too seriously won't do anyone any good. Is that right, old sage of gaming? Don't fall for it. It's a capitalist trap. So you would buy my game, including all the setting materials, unfinished key animations, and even the rejected drafts? No problem, long as they have enough commercial value. Well, I would. Oh, almost forgot. There's one more thing I need you to do. I don't need the red plane anymore. Change it to white. White is the fandom colour for the popular streamer Spoxy. It'll definitely sell better than the other colours. But didn't you just say you'd buy every part of my game? Making changes based on requirements, isn't that what developers do? It's just a change of appearance, should be a piece of cake for you, right? Cut the chatter and give me a straight answer. You sell it or not? Before I decide, I want to take one last test flight. That's the problem with you creative types. Fine, whatever. Just don't take too long. Got Spoxy's stream to catch. You've been saying you wanted to play my game for a while now. Here's your last chance. I'm giving it to you. It's always too cruel to destroy your own creation. Please make the choice for me. I'm not destroying either. I don't want to break either one. Huh? You just came back like that. What about the task I gave you? This is my choice. You've got away with words. Yeah, this is my choice to make, and it's nobody else's business. The red and white planes glided along the bustling street, climbing higher and higher until they vanished into the distant horizon. At the end of the day, a game is just a game. It's not someone's masterpiece, let alone a commodity. A plane needs to fly free. That's what it's meant to do. Boring. No point in being a great pilot if no one's there to see it. Without wish power to back it up, even the most perfect design is useless. That's just how things work in plain Arcadia. No one can escape it. You're wasting my time, I'm out of here. Someone will see it. Someone will like it. The dream soul and the demonic wit. May you both find happiness. It's just 2 planes. What's the big deal? You don't get it? Toy planes, games. Those were the good old days I can never return to. Thank you anyway for not breaking them in the end. This game looks kind of interesting. Would be a shame to let it go to waste. Might as well lend a hand. Add some cool effects, throw in an intense battle scene, upload the video. Done. You better take this seriously. After it's released, let me play it too. Oh, Silver Wolf. What a tsundere. She cares after all. for BurgerCon. A game design workshop run by an indie developer has been making waves online lately. The controversial bit? The course focuses on 8-bit game development, but whether such retro fare can still hook modern players remains up for debate. But the InDev says they'll keep at it. We'll keep you posted on how this pans out. Published. Where can I download the course videos? The end. Please, wishing all good souls peace and safety. Wait, there's still people who don't know about 8-bit's dirt? Telling me more. Blah blah blah. Juicy. Turns out it's just a black pixel. Okay. I have absolutely zero interest in pixel art spaceships, you get me. How come that 65 guy isn't in this thread? I don't have contact info for that pixel art Sulfate chick. I'm a 65 born warm-hearted guy. No house, no car, just debt and a lot of potential. I'm totally down to grind it out with her. I can teach too. Okay. Umbral. Whoops. Oh, you're the one who threw down the gauntlet in Verbobo Gossip, right? I kinda remember you. I'm kinda curious, though. You're not tied up with the Cosmicon Collective officials, are you? For example, the officials invited an unknown card game expert who made a big show on the forum, announcing they would change the region's strongest players, selling it as an underdog story to those who didn't know the truth. My guess was spot on, huh? You can guess all you want. Like keeping an air of mystery. Come to think of it, I first got involved with the Cosmicon Collective after taking on an assignment. Later I discovered it could resolve many disputes that the law couldn't handle, and as an undefeated lawyer I had to make the most of it. Over time I earned the nickname Raining Man in the combat-focused community, which became a symbol of my strength. I don't care if you're some card game expert. Beat me and you can be whatever you want. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. Wasting a lawyer's time comes with an hourly rate, you know. Roll those dice and let's get the game going. Show me what you've got. Oh my goodness. There we go. Don't hurt me. Oh, my spleen. One, two, three, four. Delicious. Have fun. I got 5. I'm so OP. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sayonara. Ganbatte.
さまよう魂が行くべき道を見つけられることを願います。
I acknowledge your strength. You ended my winning streak. Good thing this wasn't a court case, just a Cosmicon collective match. Ah, before it ended, I was so anxious. After it ended, I felt absolutely nothing. Just like when I first started playing cards. Living is to seek success, and success is a tricky beast that not just anyone can handle. The first couple of wins are no big deal, but after 10-20 times it starts to be overwhelming. Too many victories can be an overkill. They weigh heavy on both body and mind. Success demands constant success. In the end, it becomes a crushing weight that dominates your mind. Even if deliberately losing once or slowing down would be perfectly reasonable, yet the success find themselves left with no choice. Thanks, Homura, for letting me lose. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Don't mention it. Come at me if you want to lose. Why so confident? You might be the one losing next time. Anyway, congratulations on your victory. What? Can you not find me? I'm in Dimensions. Okay. You have bested 2 of the 4 pros. Magical middle-ager. So you're the one who threw down the gauntlet for Bobo Gossip. Well, I can't just accept your challenge so easily. After all, as a challenger, if you want to challenge the strongest in the region, you need to understand that these strong players all have their own rules. In the combat faction circles, people call me the Demon Hunter, because I'm the one who hunts magical girls everywhere. I'll take your challenge as a way to conscript a magical girl. If you lose, you must become a magical girl, but if you win, I'll invite you to become a magical girl. So I've got to become a magical girl either way. That's right, these are the rules of the strong. You want to challenge me, you must abide by them. Don't worry, you're strong enough. You can definitely be a magical girl. Roll those dice and let's get the game going. Promise me and turn into a magical girl. That's gonna be me one day. Magical middle-ager. Oh shit, okay. Nice. Ouch. I lost. You're now the stronger one. Thinking back, I got countless people to join the Magical Girl troupe with these card techniques of mine. Looks like this is where it ends. So, did those people end up becoming magical girls? What's with the grammar? As far as I know, those who played cards didn't. I guess I was just fooling myself. In the Cosmicon Collective, no matter how powerful I am, it's all fake, it's not real. Today I finally understood that. It took me such a long time to grasp this truth. And you're lucky you got to learn it right now. So, how do you achieve true strength? Only by joining the Magical Girl troupe will you achieve true power. Nonsense. I am powerful. Period. Darn it, you really are impossible to reason with. Looks like we're on different paths. You can leave now, but if you want to pursue true power, come back and find me to join the Magical Girl troupe. I want to become a magical girl. I mean, I guess I already am, because I've got a little mascot, right? My pal, you're too late. I'm afraid the Elder Kendor won't be able to make it anymore. For what I know, the elderly isn't just a nickname. It's his actual physical state. As a short-life species, he's lived for over 200 years now. People keep speculating that he must have learned photosynthesis or something. Is he even human? I bet no one actually believes this elderly when he goes around telling people he's a forest spirit. As the operator of the Cosmicon Collective, I conveyed my gratitude and respect to his family. He was a remarkable person who spent his life's radiance in the battles of the Cosmicon Collective. And Homura, my old pal, you've won this round. I doubt so. He's always yearned to face me in battle, but I let him down. Homura, you've got it right. This isn't a mission, it's a duel, a competitive sport. What a shame I missed out on your little heart-to-heart talk. Ah, the generation gap truly is a mighty chasm. But that's just how it is. You didn't defeat him, and yet you emerged victorious. That's a simple fact. You've achieved all your victories, but I still have some social obligations to attend to. Let's meet up at the tavern later. Homura, my friend, that was incredibly fast. Now that it's all done, come on down to the tavern. I've got your payment ready. What's the catch? Guess we'll find out. Irashaimase. What did I collect here? Sampo! These days, the Cosmicon Collective's player community has been buzzing with discussions about a mysterious stranger from beyond the sky who started as a novice card player and went on to defeat the strongest players across different districts of Dimension City. Our little Dragon Slayer Slays the Dragon script is coming to its grand finale. Don't move. Put my stellar jade on the table. If I can't even move, how am I supposed to put the stellar jade on the table? Listen, old pal, let me just finish. A true dragon slayer will ultimately defeat all 4 evil dragons who have made their lairs here. And with that, all the players' wildest imaginings about who's the strongest in Dimension City are now focused squarely on you, my old pal. You've gone from being a dragon slayer to becoming the evilest dragon that monopolizes victory. As a Cosmicon Collective operator, I might just have to beat you. I'm serious. It's your time to shine. Come on, King of Cards. Dinocto. King of Cards? I am Dinocto, the strategic Terminator Mechatron from the Cosmicon Collective of the Hereafter. Codename King of Cards. Hello, horror. I have no emotions, no perception, no reason, and no concept of fear. I was created for one purpose only, to defeat you with my high win rate strategies. Yellow Ducky's bionic appearance will make you underestimate me, which just increases my chances of winning by another 5%. I really enjoy the writing in the side quests. What would be your script if I won? Impossible. I've already sent out Dinocto. Come on now, in my Cosmicon Collective, no one stays undefeated forever. Roll those dice and let's get the game going. Annihilation activated. Oh. It's fine on. Take that. Nani? A whopping 8 damage. Just need to get 5, right? Careful. I'm gonna risk it. Nah! Fuck. Oof, down in.
行くべき道を見つけられることを願います。
I lost. Even the invincible strategic Mechatron Dinoctor lost. However, losing is part of my plan too. And now, as operator of the Cosmicon Collective, I hereby issue a call to arms to all Cosmic Collective players. If anyone can defeat the nameless Homura of the Astro Express, the community official will reward you handsomely. Please accept these stellar jades. Oh, thanks. What the official rewards? Take them. They're all yours. Go find her. I'll put everything in this world with her. If you want, just go and defeat her. My dear friends, it's up to you to save the Cosmicon Collective. Sampo, your official staff are being way too stingy. You got your Stellar Jade and I got to make things more lively for the players. If you're happy and I'm happy, everyone wins. It's time to settle the score with you. Oh, come on, old pal. Let's talk this through. No need to be so harsh with me. Soon enough, Homura's bat made Sampo understand what it meant for the Dragon Slayer hero to become the evilest dragon. Oh, oopsie. My bad, my bad. He scraped together some more Stellar Jade from his already empty pockets and offered it all to you. Now that's more like it. And thus began the era of the Cosmicon Collective. Ooh, nice. Buroka fight. Great news! Homura's defeated all of Dimension City's Cosmicon Collective. Who's next? An official bounty has been issued. Doesn't matter. I'll step up. I'm willing to work hard together with her. This I almost got the mask. Another idol falls victim. I'm going to investigate that. Squid. Miss Joy, please hang in there. I'm sorry we failed to protect you. Bridge that can seemingly talk. Don't worry. This pretty little bridge isn't that easy to kill. As the idol with the strongest foundation above ground, do you really think I need protection? No need to beat yourself up about it, sweetie. Why are you talking to a bridge? Excuse you. What are you trying to say? She's not just any bridge. This is Miss Joy, the top underground idol in all of Dimension City. So this bridge is called Joy. Is there any other Joy in all of Plain Arcadia? Miss Joy was attacked. We're all losing our minds here, so if you're not part of this, then stay out of our way, will you? Miss Skewered, I understand you're serious, but you can't be rude to others. Do you remember what the Joy fan manual has to say about that? Strangers are just fans Miss Joy hasn't met yet. I'm sorry, Miss Joy. I'm sorry, potential fan. I just lost my cool because I was in such a rush. Hi, Homura. I'm a Dimension City idol, and my name's Joy. Nice to meet you. Oh, well, it's not quite our first meeting. You actually passed me once when you first arrived in Dimension City. I haven't forgotten, you know. And here's Miss Squid, the president of my fan club. She's a good person, really. She just got a bit carried away because she's worried about me. Please forgive her. A pedestrian overpass is an idol. Isn't Plain Arcadia amazing? In Plain Arcadia, any living being can try to become an idol, even a bridge. As much as I'd love to make you my newest fan right here now, I was just attacked, and the culprit stole my eyes. I haven't the foggiest who did it. So currently, I'm in a grievously injured state. If possible, please do come visit me again after I've recovered, okay?
Miss Joy, at a time like this, you needn't try too hard to maintain your idol persona.
I'm Isel, an Imaginesis doctor. Where's the patient?
Dr. Isel, you're finally here. I've been worried sick. The patient is Miss Joy here. Please, could you assess how critical her condition is?
Excuse me, Miss Potential Fan, please step aside. The doctor needs to give Miss Joy emergency care immediately.
How's Miss Joy? How bad is it?
The injury itself isn't too serious. The attacker's Imaginesis technique was superb. They didn't damage any other bodily structures and just removed both eyes. With some emergency treatment, Miss Joy shouldn't be in any life-threatening danger for the moment. Thank you, Dr. Isel, but I still feel very weak right now. That's natural. 90% of your wish power is concentrated in those eyes of yours, isn't it? Of course, you'd feel weak. Eyes of yours are usually all your fans pay attention to anyway, right? 90% of your wish power has been stolen. If a human suddenly lost 90% of their body weight, they'd die instantly. Your current situation isn't much different from that.
Please think of something, Dr. Isel. Your clinic is the best in Dimension City. Surely there must be a way to save Miss Joy. I'm begging you. Please save Miss Joy.
Miss Skeward, I must insist that you calm down. I still need you to do something more important for me. Please go back to the fan club and let everyone know that I've been hurt, but that it's nothing serious. Tell them not to worry and wait patiently for my return. I'm counting on you, okay?
I understand. I'll head back now. Miss Joy, you have to keep your promise. You have to be okay, you hear me?
Dr. Isel, I can't die like this. You saw it yourself. There are still so many people waiting for me. In your current condition, your imaginated structure could disintegrate at any moment. If you want to maintain your form, you've got two options. Either you find a way ASAP to restore your wish power to the level it was at before you attack, or you recover your lost wish power. Either option sounds very easy. Attention everyone. On Kuchiba, the Department of Aberration Defense will now be taking over the investigation of this case and the crime scene. We expect and appreciate your cooperation. Thank you. Now, Miss Joy, would you mind telling me what happened?
Miss Kuchiba, to be honest, I'm not too sure about what happened either.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just a pedestrian overpass, so people are constantly walking all over me. And it's not like I can pay attention to anyone in particular. It was a day like any other, and I was quietly practicing my new song while watching over the pedestrians crossing me. A masked person approached, but I thought nothing. Oh, what the fuck are you? Did I hit space? Okay. Everything went. Okay. Whatever. I might have accidentally hit space. I see. Is there anyone you suspect, Miss Joy? Have you made any enemies recently? I really haven't a clue. I'm not the type to make enemies, and I'm definitely not famous enough to have haters yet. As for rivals, that's even more unlikely. My niche is super specific. who would possibly want to compete with me? I suppose that's true enough. In that case, do you have any idea about your attacker's identity? Are they human or imaginary? Any clues about their race, gender, height, build? Anything at all would help. Sorry, it all happened so fast I didn't get a chance to take a good look. It's alright, there's no need to blame yourself. Dr. Eisel, what you said before, is Miss Joy's condition critical, or, if I may be blunt, how much longer can she hold on? I can't say for sure. The wish power structure of Imaginae is a chaotic system, not orderly like material life forms. If she's lucky, she'll make it through and survive. If she isn't, she'll completely disintegrate within a few system hours. But regardless of luck, suffering a massive loss of constructive wish power in such a short time will cause irreversible damage. If her wish power isn't replenished, destroys memories, personality and abilities, everything will be severely harmed. Unless I can get my eyes back. That's definitely the best solution. But we don't even know who the attacker is or what they want with her eyes. Oh, that's definitely the best solution. But we don't even know who the attacker is or what they want with her eyes. I'm afraid this is going to be a tough one. It'll be tough for sure. But if it were that easy for the good guys to defeat the bad guys, what would be the point of having us at the Department of Aberration Defense? Leave the rest to us. Looks like this incident has sparked your interest, Homer. Care to lend a hand? Getting involved in the Department of Aberration Defense case. Isn't that against protocol? The Department of Aberration Defense has always been flexible with the rules. If we followed every single little rule and did everything by the book, our case clearance rate would drop by at least a half. If you decide you'd like to help, come on over and talk with us. Of course I want to help the idol. At this time, the situation is critical. Miss Joy has suffered a grave injury, and if we can't find her almost soon, I'm afraid her health will be seriously affected. How can I help? Word is that the baseball raccoon is quite adept at handling sticky situations like this. But right now, our top priority is to quickly track down the culprit who attacked Miss Joy and recover her stolen eyes. However, this isn't the place to be discussing it. Let's find somewhere more private to go over the details. There's a tea room nearby. Let's talk there. Please take me with you. Can a pedestrian overpass even move? Were I to run around the streets, I'd probably cause a traffic accident. I'm an idol, you know. That means I have to go perform at live venues and the like. For Imaginae like me, who can't move around easily, we can generally channel our wish power into certain parts to temporarily detach them from our main body. Cocken from the food street can do it too. I'd like to point out that Miss Joy's eyes were forcibly peeled off her body by the killer using art tools. It's very different from voluntarily separating parts of your body. But Miss Joy, your body is in extremely poor shape right now, leaving your physical body to act separately after losing such a massive amount of wish power. I must strongly advise against such rash behaviour. I'm not the type to just sit around waiting to be saved. I want to join your investigation and do something. Maybe I'll even be able to help. Very well, Miss Joy, let's go. But remember not to push yourself too hard. Oh, treasure. Treasure. Hey, stop that. Please don't stare at my lips like that. I've been hiding behind the bridge because I'm self-conscious about them, you know. Don't worry, you're still adorable. You're such a sweetheart. Let's get right down to business. Here's the deal. The Department of Aberration Defense took this case because the attack on Miss Joy is part of a serial murder investigation. Do scary things like that really happen in the land of elation? Alas, at the end of the day, plain Arcadia is no Arcadia. In recent months, there's been a series of murders in Dimension City, 17 cases to be exact. Make that 18 now. Our investigation has turned up a number of similarities between the incidents. As for the specifics, here's the case summary. You can read through it yourself. Case number 1, Ember Vox, a streamer. Found dead in streaming studios, lips missing, no signs of forced entry at the scene. EO Afterglow, found dead in recording studio, specialized vocal organ missing, no signs of forced entry at the scene. At Click for Me Miracles, found dead in a dressing room, fingernails missing, no signs of forced entry at the scene. Blah 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 blah. Perrin Locks, Idol, Moonlaw, found dead in a lounge, decorative components missing, no signs of forced entry at the scene. Here are some of the main points. First, all the victims were imaginary working in the entertainment industry. Streamers, singers, comedians, and of course idols like Miss Joy. Secondly, every victim has had body parts removed. The perpetrator's imaginaceous technique is exceptional. Their peeling method is so clean and precise it leaves almost no clues behind for us to follow. And there's one last thing tying everything together. All the crimes happened on the victim's own turf. Homes, studios, private lounges, but there are absolutely no signs of forced entry. Almost as if they were invited in. However, what's strange about that is none of the victims told any of the family or friends about having invited a guest or someone coming to visit. The Department of Aberration and Defense is temporarily calling this mysterious killer the Millennium Killer. After all, it's the year 1999. So, the Millennium Killers everyone's been talking about online is real, and here I thought it was just an urban legend. Since they were invited in, the killer must have been known to the victims, right? Before the case was transferred to the Department of Aberration Defense, the Security Bureau had already investigated along these lines. However, even though all the victims were in the entertainment industry, the circles of singers and comedians are quite distinct with minimal overlap. So there are few mutual friends between them. The investigation showed the victims did indeed all know several TV producers. However, all the producers have several solid alibis. Wait a minute. My case doesn't share any of those similarities with the other cases, right? The culprit didn't come to my house, but attacked me right there on the street. Plus, I wasn't killed. I'm still here, though I am badly hurt. As for the differences, it probably comes down to a few of your innate traits. The killer can't visit your home since you're always out in public. They can't murder you either. Being a large imaginary, you're just too tough to kill outright. Talk about being a blessing in disguise. However, the killer swiftly peeled away your eyes in public. No witnesses, including you, could describe any of the killer's identifying features. Such an exceptional yet cruel imaginaceous technique could only be the work of a master such as the Millennium Killer. Which is to say, that's also why I concluded that the Joy ambush incident was the work of the Millennium Killer as well. So why exactly do you need my help? Because the standard way to investigate is too inefficient. Now, Miss Joy's eyes are missing, and she's in imminent danger of losing her life. I can't gamble with her health and future on a slow and steady investigation. So I'm begging you, Homura, to retrieve the eyes in true nameless fashion before the Millennium Killer does something to them. Can you do that? Sounds kinda illegal, so it's gonna cost you extra. No problem. There's no less than I expect from the baseball raccoon. Don't worry, I will be the only party liable for everything that occurs. Well then. This meeting is over. I'll leave the rest to you, Homura. Aren't you going to investigate with us, Miss Kuchiba? Because of my identity, I can't intervene directly in many things. But rest assured, at least for today, as long as Homura doesn't do anything too outrageous, security officers all over will turn a blind eye to your investigation. This is all I can do, Homura, Miss Joy. Good luck to both of you. Even with Miss Kuchiba's inside info, we're still missing way too much information. Since the victims were all working in the entertainment industry, it would be great if we could consult someone from said industry. Do you have anyone in mind? Though I hate to say it, most of my friends in the industry are doing even worse than I am. I doubt they'll be of much help. Would Sparksy count as an industry insider? Sparksy, of course she counts. She's Plain Arcadia's most followed virtual idol, and her industry prestige is considerable if she's willing to help. But didn't you just beat her up? Sure, clashing during the Phantasmoon games is inevitable, but you don't think she'll hold a grudge and refuse to help because of that, do you? Sparksy's not that kind of person. It'll be fine. I hope you're right. Hey, you busy? I want to ask you something. I need some help. Hold on, don't move an inch. I'll be there in a jiffy. Chama. I haven't even said what I needed. Are you that proactive? Sparksy, to make it to the top in such a brutal industry, you have to rely on proactivity. My fans have seen it all. They said you were poking your nose around at a crime scene in the Department of Aberration Defense. Blah. Getting into another people's business again, huh? The Millennium Killer case, right? I'm pretty interested, that guy too. Let's discuss the details when we meet. I'll be there in a sec. We'll wait for you. Hachima. I can't do Hachima voice. Hachima. Oh, anime. Oh, that's how I get to the courtyard. Wait, aren't we in Miss Pearl's place or something? Oh my. Please don't snap on little me. Uh-oh. Wait a heckin' second. I missed something. What's going on here? Up, down, left, right. scale. Okay, what am I missing? Guess there must be another. Well.
Poor baby Joy. I heard you were attacked by the Millennium Killer, you poor thing. Don't worry, we'll definitely catch this creep. Miss Sparksy knows about me. I've actually been wanting to collaborate with you for a while, but I was just too busy during the Phantasm games, plus getting beaten up by this guy. So I never had the chance to reach out. Once this is all over, let's do a collab stream. Thank you, Miss Sparksy. Now I can feel myself getting weaker and weaker. I hope I'll live to see that day. Nonsense. Idols never die.
I didn't know you had such a gentle side. I've always been super gentle, okay?
If there was an award for Planet Acadia's gentlest top streamer, I'd definitely be the one and only candidate. It's about the Millennium Killer case. Conspiracy theories are running wild these days, and I know what's the most infuriating part. The most popular conspiracy theory claims that I, Sparksy, am the Millennium Killer. Look, I know I'm not exactly a saint in my daily life, but come on, comparing me to a serial killer is insane. I'm so mad, but what can you do? Trying to prove your innocence online is pointless. In the end, I'll just have to clear my name myself. Let's get down to business, grey hair. Did you get the inside intel from the Department of Aberration Defense? Care to share?
Blah blah blah. Apa do that about that. This is me sharing information in Simlish. Look, I'm an artiste, not a defective. Don't expect me to deduce any clues here. So you're just here for the drama, huh? Oh my, don't be so hasty. While deduction isn't my forte, acting isn't a hard course for any idol. What do you mean by acting? I was just thinking, to kill a pedestrian overpass sounds as absurd as a modern poetry title. If the Millennium Killer is so skilled at image genesis, they must know they can't actually kill Miss Joy, right? So I must put myself in the killer's point of view. Maybe this way I could figure out their motive. I'm an expert when it comes to Imaginesis techniques. I'm well aware that Imagine of Joy size isn't something I could kill in one strike, but I'm still going to do it. Because, after all, I can't really be considered a serial killer. A serial killer is a psycho who kills for pleasure, and killing was never my goal in the first place. I'm not a fiend who takes lives for the sake of it. What I really care about has always been the parts that I peeled. As for their deaths, those are merely byproducts of the process. They only have themselves to blame for being too weak. So the killer's going after body parts. Isn't that an obvious conclusion? I'm definitely not as smart as you. I still don't quite get it. What does this mean? It means our dear Millennium Killer might not be a lunatic after all. The way they're peeling body parts from the Imaginae might actually serve a purpose. If there's a purpose, that'll make things easier, so the Millennium Killer isn't necessarily one person. Maybe it's an entire criminal organization that operates around the whereabouts of these parts. If that's the case, we should talk to someone who really knows Planet Acadia's underground world. Have you heard of Detective Ashfeld? We've worked together before. Perfect. Save me the trouble of doing introductions. Baby Joy, are you holding up okay? Actually, I'm starting to feel worse and worse. The loss of so much willpower is hitting me, wish power is hitting me harder than I imagined. Don't worry, let's make this quick and clean. We'll get your eyes back in no time. Let's roll grey hair. Time to hit the Ashvale Detective Agency. Well, if it isn't my old friends. I was wondering when you'd show up. Honestly, I didn't expect Miss Sparksy to get involved in this. Sparksy was the one who recommended this place to us. Looks like she finally understands that you should leave professional work to the professionals. Getting all cocky right from the start? This is exactly why I hate detectives. Mr. Ashvale, nice to meet you. Let's stop the bickering. Miss Joy's condition seems to be getting worse. It's okay. I can hold on a little longer. Hang in there, Miss Joy. Alright, let's get straight to the point and share what we've each found so far. Analyzing data. Which means these parts might have been taken for some underground transactions. I had similar thoughts. But we hardboiled detectives can't solve cases on imagination alone. Need to pay a visit to someone who actually knows something. While waiting for you guys to arrive, I've already contacted a few friends who are willing to help. Come with me. We'll meet them out on the street. In-person interviews? That's too old school. Can't you just call them instead? What do you know? Armchair detective and hardball detective are two completely different archetypes. Can't mess around with character consistency. It's a serious business. Let's go, Ashvale. It's me. Wow. Donio. Dovebook. Could your occurrence wash away the sins buried in this city?
I get it. Suddenly dropping dramatic, poetic liners in weird places is totally a hard-boiled detective trope.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward. You'll understand once you are my age. Miss Joy, if you're really not feeling well, you should go back and rest. Miss Joy. Ah, yes, I'm here. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit tired. I really wanted to sleep.
That doesn't look good. Poor baby Joy seems even weaker than before.
We need to pick up the pace. I gotta cross the bloody thing. There's a faster way to get across, right? To do these bloody things. Or I'll just teleport over there. Mucho easier. Himes. You old man, you finally showed up. Been waiting ages for you. Oh, and you brought two big shots with you. What an honour. Let me introduce you to Miss Himes. Her job is helping reformed ex-criminals who integrate into society. Don't say ex-criminal. Reformed individual sounds much better. Sure, they might be a bunch of rotten watermelons, but wanting to turn over a new leaf is a good thing. Because of her work, Miss Himes is very familiar with the dark side of plain Arcadia. You could say she's a walking encyclopedia of crime. So I consulted her about the whereabouts of those parts. Look who's talking, criminal encyclopedia. This old geezer doesn't know how to hold his tongue. Back to the point. I've looked at the materials you gave me. How should I put this? I'm not convinced that the Millennium Killer's goal is doing business. Unlike organic life forms, the parts of Imaginae that might actually be of use are usually those with special functions, like fangs, claws, fire sacs, or venom glands. Would you look at the parts this person peeled? Limbs and faces aside, he takes spectacles, bow ties, cowlicks. Who'd even want that? Makes zero market sense. Imagine this. An evil millionaire splurges on a black market bow tie and attaches it onto themselves. Doesn't look like something any sane person would do. Can't really rule out lunatics like that out there. That's beyond me. I only understand greedy bastards, not mentally unstable lunatics.
But the peeled parts of the victims contain a lot of wish power, just like our baby Joy. Those eyes of hers contain 90% of her total wish power.
If I only have to wish power, they could rob, steal, scam. We're committing a capital crime for such a small amount of wish power. Now taking a huge risk for very little return. So it's probably not for profit. I get what you mean. Thank you for your help, Miss Himes. Of course. Hope you catch that guy soon.
Mr. Ashvale, the Millennium Killer won't come after me, right? I'm just starting to make a name for myself. I can't have my life cut short like this.
Don't worry, Lone Free Rider. The Millennium Killer won't notice you anytime soon. Let me introduce that Lone Free Rider. He's been hanging around Dovebrook for years, and he's a future superstar. He knows the entertainment industry's behind-the-scenes secret like the back of his hand. Might give us some leads that even the Department of Aberration Defense hasn't picked up on.
Hey, Mr. Detective, are you picking on me on purpose? With a mega superstar like me right here, why would you need to ask anyone else about the behind-the-scenes secrets?
Come on, don't say that. You're a top-tier superstar, and he's a top-tier in the other direction. When it comes to that market, Lone Free Rider definitely knows better than you. He's the ultimate grassroots expert.
What kind of compliment was that? Anyway, forget it. I've looked at the list you gave me. There's a very subtle connection between these people. I wonder if you've noticed it. There's an interactive segment. Got to keep things interesting. Every single one of them only rose to fame this year, in 1999. None of them has been famous for more than a year. Oh, so all the victims are newbies. No, all the victims were late bloomers, just like me. So that guy won't target me, right? Mr. Ashvale, you'll definitely catch the Millennium Killer, won't you?
Cut to the chase first. What do you mean by late bloomer?
These victims started their careers way back. Some of them even debuted in the 70s. It was only this year that they suddenly became popular. Actually, I didn't get many fans until this year as well. After decades in the industry as a nobody, finally achieving overnight success through years of accumulated effort and being a late bloomer. Such stories are actually quite rare now. Everyone on this victim list is like this. Whoa, I'm getting goosebumps. This is pretty creepy. That reminds me. I've discovered by chance that the Millennium Killer only takes the parts that resonate most with the audience. People online keep saying that my duck lips are cute. What if that makes me a target for the Millennium Killer? Mr. Ashvale, I'm really scared you'll catch him, right?
Don't worry, Lone Free Rider. You won't get hurt. We've got your back.
Protect the poor ducky.
Oh, congestion. Fearsome look. Hey, you Missy, get over here. We've been looking for you for days, and here you're strutting around like you own the place. Don't tell me you completely forgot about the money you owe our company. I never borrowed any money. Got a contract in black and white right here. Take a good look for yourself. That's your signature on it. A full 1 million credits. Oh wait, with interest, it's 1.5 million now. You're not trying to weasel out of this now, are you? Just a friendly reminder, you did borrow 1 million credits from that lying ATM not too long ago. I'm going to count to 3. If you don't pay up this month's interest, don't blame me for getting nasty. 3, 2, 1. My ball bat refuses. You're asking for it. Bonk.
罪には罰
Yeah.
うちに出くわすなんてついてない。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
続きは俺に任せろ。手加減はしない。君らはこの力について何も知らない。星が砕け散る様を見るがいい。
黒い毛。
生と死。君らに選ぶ余地はない。
どう？いいアイデアでしょ。あんたに決めた。
おせっかいを焼くのが僕の仕事でね。
動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。たまには真面目に行こっか。うちのとっておきを食らえ。どう？いいアイデアでしょ。
怪しいな。僕の直感がそう告げてる。丸見えだ。釘を飲むは我が血。出番だ、悪獣ども。さあ、死を貪りよえ。罪には罰。
Yeah, just my luck. Might have to run into such a tough cookie like you. May I have both evidence and a witness? I really owe you one, Honra. I'll take these folks back with me now. Wait, what about that million? If that million was used for fraud, you might be waiting around in prison until the next Amber era. It's not a scam, it's a prize. We run an honest business here. It's a gift for Honra. I'll keep it then. That 1 million is our gift to you. Surely that's acceptable? No. Gifts won't stop you from being punished. At best it'll lighten your punishment. Come with me and tell me everything about your gang, including that ATM and the million credits you used for the job. Forgot about that. Plain Arcadia. 'Tis a very silly place. Ashvale, you're here. And you two. Since this is our first meeting, I'm Salaman, a staff member at the Noblesse Department Store's sales division. This guy's my drinking buddy. You might have met before, but he's a total drunkard. He's usually not this sober after work hours, so probably doesn't remember whether he's seen you or not. Give me a break. How else am I supposed to survive that job without a drink or two? Outside of work, I'm also the president of the fan club for the wrestler Senna Scissorkick. About a month ago, Miss Senna was killed by the Millennium Killer. She was an orc, and the part that the murderer took from her was her ears. Salaman's been a devoted fan for ages. Maybe he can give us a fresh perspective. I'm definitely an OG fan. I've been following Miss Senna since her first match in 1983. Through all these years, even when her career was just lukewarm, I stayed loyal. Miss Senna's ears used to be just like any other orcs, but when she finally went missing, I went into seclusion for a month, claiming she was undergoing spiritual... Okay, let's go. superstar. A few months later, she was murdered, and the cat ears she had earned through spiritual training was stolen by that despicable killer. Sometimes I feel like this was fate's cruel joke. Could it be that the very training she took to make herself stronger ended up leading to her death instead? I was just thinking about it.
Don't think like that. She died because someone evil killed her, not because she did anything wrong.
We'll avenge her. Thank you all. I always believe that justice will prevail and the Millennium Killer will get their punishment one day. Ashvale, you'll catch the Millennium Killer, right? I might not be the one who catches them, but they definitely won't get away. That's all I need to hear, my drinking buddy.
Baby Joy, you've been quiet for a while. Are you still hanging in there?
Sorry, I don't think I've been of much help. Miss Joy, get back to your body. That should help you hold on for a little bit longer. No, I want to stay here. Maybe I can still do something to help. Don't take this the wrong way, Miss Joy. There's nothing you can do here. Just return to your body. There's no need to put yourself through this pain.
Detective, you don't get it at all. Under that bridge right now, Joy's fans are all gathered waiting for news about her. How could an idol possibly waste away and die in front of her own fans?
Sorry, I don't think this through. Joy, you should get some rest. I'll protect you. Thank you. I'll take a nap now. If I don't wake up, please tell my fans that my eyes are actually the result of plastic surgery. I kept it to myself just to satisfy a small selfish bit of vanity. Such fake eyes, yet they've gathered 90% of my wish power. How ironic. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be beautiful. Of course, the only one who did wrong was the Millennium Killer.
Oh, by the laughter. This is absolutely amazing.
Sparksy, have you lost your humanity? Joy's life is hanging by a thread and you're here celebrating.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I mean, Joy, you said you weren't helping. You've been a huge help. Now everything finally makes sense. Homura, now you get what I mean.
What the heck? I don't get any of it. Me neither.
Don't worry, you'll understand soon enough. Now we finally arrive at the thrilling deduction. How the Millennium Killer gained access to the victim's private rooms and why commit such a string of brutal crimes. And most importantly, whose exactly are they? All clues in motion. Happy hunting.
Who on earth are you talking to?
Forget it, you wouldn't understand. Let's just get on with the deduction already.
When investigating cases like this, we usually start by looking for commonalities between the victims. The most obvious common point between these people is that they're part of the entertainment industry. But according to Miss Kuchiba's intel, these people don't seem to have any mutual friends. This might suggest that what connects them lies beneath the surface.
We should have gotten enough cues by now, haven't we, Honra?
These victims started their careers way back. Some of them even debuted in the 70s. It was only this year that they suddenly became popular.
Miss Senna's ears used to be
Just like any other orcs. But then she suddenly went into seclusion for a month, claiming she was undergoing spiritual training. When she finally emerged, those ears of hers had somehow transformed into adorable cat ears, just like a light pulse. If I don't wake up, please tell my fans that my eyes are actually the result of plastic surgery. That's right. The clues are crystal clear now. The hidden connection between the victims is they've all had plastic surgeries. It's just a deduction, but I believe all these victims must have had plastic surgeries. Georgia admitted it to us, and Senator Kit claims she changed the shape of her ears through spiritual training. That's way too ridiculous even in plain Arcadia. Okay, maybe. It's probably just an excuse she made up for herself. That's only 2 of the victims. You can't simply jump to conclusions, can you? True, but there's another interesting point. Although they started their careers at different times, all the victims suddenly had a turn of luck this year and began making their mark in the entertainment industry. Something must have happened that suddenly changed these people's destinies this year. Just like Senna Scissorkick, who shot to fame after transforming her cat ears.
The entertainment industry is notoriously unforgiving. Though people often claim to value talent over appearance, it's usually looks that determine who rises to the top. Even comedians must have a funny look to make it.
For now, the seduction is enough to convince me. We'll see later if it really holds up.
So the next question is, how did the Millennium Killer gain access to the victims' private rooms?
Based on our current train of thought, we should be able to solve this problem easily. All the crime scenes are in the victim's own territory. Their homes, studios, private lounges, and there are absolutely no signs of forced entry. Here's the weird part. None of the victims told any of the friends or family that they were expecting a visitor that day. She told us back then it was the result of spiritual training. When your spirit grows, your body responds accordingly. I kept it to myself, just to satisfy a small, selfish bit of vanity. The Millennium Killer was able to waltz right into the victim's private rooms because the killer was the victim's roommate. The victims were hiding something. All of these victims targeted by the Millennium Killer had their own reasons to conceal the fact that they underwent cosmetic surgeries. So when the Millennium Killer used this as a pretext to visit the victims' private rooms, the victims wouldn't tell anyone about it. This was probably exactly what the Millennium Killer had anticipated. Judging from the timeline, the Millennium Killer probably used post-surgery checkup as an excuse. This way the victims wouldn't be suspicious, wouldn't tell anyone about the Millennium, wouldn't tell anyone around them about the Millennium Killer's identity. Based on this seduction, we're now down to the easiest question. Who exactly is the Millennium Killer? The identity of the Millennium Killer is obviously the plastic surgeon. Without a doubt, the Millennium Killer was the plastic surgeon all these victims had in common. Since everyone kept quiet about their cosmetic surgeries, the surgeon managed to escape investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense. But now this killer can't escape our pursuit. I'm still coming up with a good voice for Sparksy. Now we're left with one crucial question. What was the Millennium Killer trying to accomplish with all of this? Motives aren't something you'd solve by deduction alone. Half the time, people don't even know why they do what they do. However, based on the clues we've gathered so far, we might be able to piece together an answer. What is the Millennium Killer trying to achieve while murdering Imaginae and peeling parts from them? I'm not a fiend who takes lives for the sake of it. What I really care about has always been the parts that I peeled. As for their deaths, those are merely byproducts of the process. They only have themselves to blame for being too weak. That reminds me, I discovered by chance that the Millennium Killer only takes the parts that resonate most with the audience. We look at the parts this person peeled. Limbs and faces aside, he takes spectacles, bow ties, cowlicks. Who would even want that? It makes zero market sense. Imagine this, an evil millionaire splurges on a black market bow tie and attaches it onto themselves. Doesn't look like something any sane person would do. Could it be that the Millennium Killer's ultimate goal is to savour delicacies? Stop, don't say another word, this will never get past the censorship. her collect parts from different celebrities to stitch the parts onto themselves. Ms. Himes is right. The spectacles, bow ties, and cowlicks may be useless parts for an average person, but for the Millennium Killer, these popular parts from celebrities are priceless. I'm afraid the Millennium Killer wants to stitch all these popular parts onto themselves. Those things more or less said the same thing. It's hard to imagine the Millennium Killer's true intention. To become the most popular Maginee? To transform into the most popular Maginee? Or something far more mundane? Perhaps they simply want to absorb the wish power contained in these parts. Either way, this killer's a complete lunatic. So now we're going to stop them. At this point, we should contact the Department of Aberration Defense. With our expertise, we should be able to quickly identify this plastic surgeon. We needn't risk confronting the culprit ourselves anymore. But I just tried to put myself in the Millennium Killer's point of view. I know I can't kill Joy. Leaving that loose end alive will jeopardize my future plans. Useless. Unless the Millennium Killer has no future plans in committing crimes. I need to remove Joy's eyes, but I'm unable to kill her directly with everyone watching. The safest approach would be to make her my last victim. It looks like whatever the Millennium Killer plans to do with Joy's eyes, time is running out. The killer is about to carry out the final step. We have to track down the culprit ourselves. Let's work on both fronts. We'll notify the Department of Aberration Defense while taking action ourselves. Now we need to find Lone Free Rider. He's probably got the scoop on where these celebrities got their plastic surgeries done. What the fuck is that? Killing Imaginary is certainly cruel. Whoa, 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 Come here, you.
そういうことだったのね。美玉パイの必勝法は3つ。
I should go this way.
どんな失敗をしても
Ew, gross. No. I'm cracking the case. Anarchy. This side. Technically, my team has Sparksy on it. We'll pretend March is along too. Mr. Ashvale, why are you back? Oh, don't tell me the Millennium Killer's after me now. No, you don't have to protect me. You have to protect me, Mr. Ashvale. I told you no one's trying to kill you. Time's short, so answer quickly. Where do you and your friends usually get cosmetic surgeries? I usually go to Campbell Imagenesis Surgery. It's a top plastic surgery clinic in Plain Arcadia. Pricey, but the results are incredible. Not the premier clinic. I need somewhere secret and private, a place that won't leave any records. What options do I have? So Miss Boxy struggles with that as well. However, as you know, because we Imaginary are so malleable, that law mandates that all our cosmetic surgeries are documented. But for the sake of their image, persona, self-esteem, vanity and all that messy stuff, most people don't want others to know about this. Apparently, some Imaginations clinics secretly offer underground cosmetic services. Don't tell anyone I told you, but there's a top-rated clinic in our circle. They're highly skilled, reasonably priced, and their legitimate medical services are excellent too. It's called Isolde Clinic. Dr. Isolde. Oh shoot. Thanks, Lone Free Rider. We'll head out first and contact you later. I'm going to have to kill a kid. Let's split up into two teams. One will contact the Department of Aberration Defense to organize police forces for the arrest, and they will head straight to Izor's house. We can't let him escape no matter what. Alright, so who's going to block the door? Just saying, I'm not too keen on having a face-off with some serial killer. Miss Kuchiba has authorized Homer to investigate a case, so Homer should be the one to confront the suspect directly. The question isn't about which of us contacts the Department of Aberration Defense, but rather who Homer chooses as her companion. Dang it, to think we're leaving the choice to this little greyhead. Whatever, you can pick whoever you want, but I'm not keen to confront a serial killer. Come on, you're supposed to be our top path rider. Don't tell me you're scared of a serial killer. It's not about my capabilities, it's just that I don't wish to talk to a creep. That's so gross. Don't worry about her, Homura. It's your call. Who do you want to team up with to catch the Millennium Killer? I'll go with Ashvale. Alright, let's head out. Stay safe. I'm off to snitch to the Department of Aberration Defense. I have a feeling that Miss Boxy went to report to Miss Kuchima. She get moving too. No pushovers either. Time is of the essence. Let's go. Guess I'm gonna kick her out. After all. I'll pretend that... I'll stick with Mr. Yang. Dr. Yang. Wait, where am I going? zone, isn't it?
まだ早いし、どこかへ行く？
Maya Hayashi.
この辺りの店はどう？
He's working his hardest. Dr. Azul, do you have a quick time for a chat with us? Mr. Ashvale, Miss Homura, what brings you here? Has Miss Joy's condition gotten worse? So you're the Millennium Killer, huh? What do you mean? Good. Your panic seems genuine enough. Now do you mind explaining to us why all the victims of the Millennium Killer had plastic surgery at your clinic? Victims of the Millennium Killer? I can't make heads or tails of what you two are saying, as all clinic doesn't even have a plastic surgery department. Doesn't have one, officially. ... No. Could it be? No, it can't be her. If you've something to say, speak up. Sorry, I'm not really sure myself. I have a doctor on my team who used to be a doctor at Campbell Imaginasis Surgery in 1998. She quit and joined our clinic, saying the pressure at big hospitals was too much. I've actually known all along she was performing underground plastic surgeries behind everyone's back, but she's highly skilled in medical care, so I just turned a blind eye. Still, she's such a gentle person, there's no way she could be a serial killer. Whether she's a serial killer or not, we'll reach a conclusion after seeing her with our own eyes. Can you tell us what this doctor's name? What's this doctor's name? Where is she now? Bertoli Miranda. Her name is Bertoli Miranda. At this hour, she usually takes walks around the plaza. Alright, thanks for cooperating. Let's go, Homura. Time to meet this Miss Miranda. Izul might be lying too. Don't worry, he's not lying. I can tell. He's not lying. I can tell. Don't worry, he's not lying. I can tell. She's got a tail. Excuse me, are you Miss Bartoli Miranda? Guess having too much of a routine isn't the best idea. Makes it way too easy for detectives to track you down. Of course, if you've got nothing to hide, you shouldn't be afraid of a detective tracking you down, right, Millennium Killer? I've always hated that moniker. Just because the incident happened in 1999, they went with Millennium. Just because many Imaginae died, they had to label me a killer. Were they supposed to call you anything, call you something else? There's no malice in my actions. I've never thought about killing anyone. They just couldn't handle it, that's all. Since you two aren't just any random nobodies, I suppose I don't mind explaining why I did this. I used to be an excellent plastic surgeon. Most of my patients ended up becoming prominent head-turning stars. Yet regardless of how much attention and glamour these worthless people, who all owe their success to the favours I so kindly bestowed upon them receive, I am still just a nameless doctor. This career path threw me off balance for a while, but I pulled myself together pretty quickly. You can't keep tearing yourself apart. I thought maybe instead of being a benefactor, I could be a sower. So I came to Azul's clinic, where I secretly planted the parts I needed in those fame-hungry fools. When they truly become famous, those eye-catching parts I created will already be brimming with wish power ripe for my harvest. So, I've made it clear I'm not a killer. I'm merely following the natural law of sowing in spring and reaping in autumn. Once the harvest is complete, that is now, I will transplant all these parts onto myself. Doesn't it give you the joy that a bountiful harvest brings? Now my entire body is entirely made up of the most eye-catching parts in plain Arcadia. In this age where attention is king, I have taken the throne. I crown myself ruler of gazes. I fear neither the Security Bureau nor the Department of Aberration Defense, and least of all you so-called supplicants. I am ascending to godhood, and mortal laws cannot bind me. You're just a god-awful lunatic at best. You tell them. Just the reaction I expected. Whatever, I'm not going to argue with the dead. Just stop calling me the Millennium Killer, and don't call me Bartoli Miranda anymore either. I have a brand new name now, the Franken Official. What an ugly appearance. After killing so many Imaginae, this is what you cobbled yourself together into. Do you actually think this looks good? Mock me all you want. I shall grant you forgiveness through a merciful death. There's just no reasoning with a complete lunatic. Get ready for battle, Honda.
この作戦はいけそう。私を信じて。私たちの不可能はない。新たな結末を書き記す。
罪には罰だ。
うちに出くわすなんてついてないね。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
Ow.
今去るのなら見逃そう。手加減はしない。
これが維心伝心ってやつ？いや。殴ったね。動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。
丸見えだ。
逃がさない。たまには真面目に行こっか。うちのとっておきをくらえ。
Mitsuki-chan, so cute. Oh-ho.
殴ったね。大丈夫。私がやる。覚えてるね。
頭を冷やすと。君らはこの力について何も知らない。星が砕け散る様を見る。生と死。君らに選ぶ余地はない。
釘を飲むは我が血。出番だ、悪獣ども。さあ、死を貪りよえ。
Yikes.
逃がさない。
罪には罰だ。
うちの
Yikes.
出番。うちがいるんだから負けないよ。
Maybe I should change my lineup. Sorry, Mitsuki-chan. Not strong enough. Not strong enough. Let's see, what imaginary characters will I conjure from the ether? I think that sounds cool.
竜よ我が命を旧不滅をもって発行をかけ厄災を払え
罪には罰しよえ
私を信じて私たちに不可能はない元気がいいわね叫ぶ悔やまず全然ダメねこれが維心伝心ってやつ新たな結末を書き記す
この力は今までのものとは地を守り天を支える
すべて狩り尽くす飛翔不墜上昇不敗大将は定まった恐れずひるまず全然ダメね覚えてみて
不義を飲むは我が血出番だ悪獣どもさあ死を貪りよえ罪には罰おせっかいを焼くのが僕の仕事でね
狩り尽くす飛翔不墜上昇不敗大将は定まった
しよえ好きだわ
Oh no. I was so close to ascending to godhood. Why can't I maintain my form anymore? Why is my wish power structure collapsing? Impossible. My imaginesis technique is... I can't die here. Oops, I think we went a bit overboard. That's way too fragile. Well, it's not our fault. It's entirely her own fault. I'm no Imaginesis expert, so I can only offer a rather basic explanation. While the Imaginae are intelligent beings, they resonate with all traditions of art. You see, when it comes to art, it's all about knowing what to emphasize, balancing detailed brevity. For painting, novel, or song, tries to emphasize everything, when it's essentially the same as emphasizing nothing at all. Similarly, if an Imagine's entire body is made up of the most eye-catching parts, they'd end up like this Frank what's-her-name, unable to maintain their form. Just a few hits with a bat and they'd turn into, well, this. Did you know these Whisper are the smallest units of wish power in plain Arcadia? She's really returned to her most basic form. What a perfect ending. That's definitely not a good ending for us. Now that she's dead, there's no way we can face Miss Kuchiba. Don't worry. You're just acting in self-defense. You didn't do anything wrong. Perfect. Talk about having impeccable timing. Sparksicle managed to dodge the final battle. Now Joy's eye's still there. Don't worry, Miss Joy's eyes are fine. I was quick on my feet and managed to keep them safe before Miss Miranda disintegrated. Let's return them to Miss Joy together later. This is the diary we found during our search of Bartoli Miranda's house. The person's mind is twisted into a bone-chilling degree. Sentient beings have a pathological craving to be seen. It's not just the imaginae who live off attention. Carbon-based and silicone-based life forms are the same. They scream and shout when they're angry because they want to be seen. They sob quietly when they're sad because they want to be seen. They go on TV, star in movies, sing, debate and govern, all because they want to be seen. I want to be seen too, but there's a fundamental difference between me and most people. Most people want to be seen while I should be seen. The world ought to look towards people like me, not the fleeting idiots paraded across television screens. Back in 1986, when I was still a medical intern, I helped develop the Stonar protocol for treating narrative structure fragility in imaginae. Newspapers hailed it as the greatest medical advancement of Plain Arcadia's second millennium. If you ask me, it should have been called the Bartoli protocol. Stonar only reaches conclusions with my hints. Let's not forget I was the one fetching coffee of the research team all those years. But I'm not going to make things hard for Stonar. He was, after all, still someone worth noticing. Just slightly below my level, that's all. Not that anyone cares about him. His later years were pretty bleak. Not that he was poor. He was actually quite wealthy. It's just that I've never seen such a shriveled plue. All imaginae who go unseen end up like that. I refuse to become like him. I will reclaim what's rightfully mine. I will take my rightful place at the center of attention from the hands of those fleeting fools. The medical training I originally received, imaginae cosmetic reconstruction, are basically two entirely different disciplines. Fortunately, I'm far more intelligent than the average person. I can master both. Imaginae cannot create imaginae. This is an iron law established when the laughter created this world. As such, the so-called imaginae cosmetic surgeons are already defying the law of the aeon, natural law of the aeon, establishing their own doctrine of creation. I can't create imaginae out of thin air. Wish power can't flow from my body and condense into another individual. But I can reforge the forms of other imaginae, change the shape of a horn, alter lip color, add vivid patterns to skin, extend wings from the ribs. With such minute adjustments, I can bring forth magnificent miracles. Organs altered in this way are often unstable, like balloons filled with air. Their cores are hollow, unsupported by any narrative structure. In time, they'll inevitably wither and collapse. For example, I could extend a horn atop an orc's head, but without structural support, that horn would soon disappear, leaving behind nothing but a bald green forehead. But if that horn were to command the center of attention, wish power would gradually fill it, granting it a stable structure and permanently integrating it into the orc's physiology. It will no longer be a fragile shell. In theory, if I were to cultivate enough imaginae components in this manner, allow them to become saturated with wish power, then strip them away and assemble them into a new individual, there would be no question that I would be defying the law that imaginae cannot create imaginae, thus creating an entirely new imaginae. But there is little value in doing so. It is far more worthwhile to transplant them all into myself. If I worked in a cosmetic surgery clinic, I would be forced to follow their schedules and operate on every fool who walked through the door. That would defeat the purpose. First, not every imaginae can attract sufficient attention after surgery. Without it, the newly imaginated organ cannot be filled with wish power. Second, neither these people nor the parts they wish to alter necessarily share my textual lineage. Among imaginae, only those with identical textual lineage can potentially fuse with one another. Isol's clinic proved to be an ideal working place. He had no interest in imaginae cosmetic procedures himself, and he turned a blind eye to my side hustle. This gave me the freedom to seek out my own clients, individuals prominent enough, but not too prominent, and compatible with my textual lineage. This is a long-term endeavor. One sows in spring and reaps in autumn. and now it's the time to sow. My first crop has already taken the bait. A streamer named Embervox, a plu who does beauty content, long languishing in obscurity, until I told her she needed more attractive lips. I did not deceive her. She truly did need them. I simply needed them more. Next, I need to plan ahead for the harvesting. I'm thinking if I make a house call under the guise of a follow-up examination, that should lower their guard. When that time comes, I should... The rest of the text has been heavily redacted by the Department of Aberration Defense. It is presumed unsuitable for public disclosure. One question remains. When my entire body is covered with parts taken from other imaginae, I will likewise require vast amounts of wish power to fully stabilize these structures and truly make them mine. So, once all harvesting is complete, I will have no choice but to expose myself to the public eye. That may mean arrest or death. It does not matter. I'm not particularly concerned with how long I live. In the modern age, everyone can get their 15 minutes of fame. I only want my 15 minutes. Thank you both for the hard work. I also want to apologize for not being able to arrive at the scene in time to provide support. It's alright, it's not like they got hurt or anything. I'm going around forgiving people on others' behalf. But of course, neither of us was seriously hurt. We should apologize to Miss Kuchiba for failing to capture the Millennium Killer alive. Don't sell yourself short. I've also made some... Oh, come on, you two. Cut the pleasantries already and go return those eyes to Baby Joy. Sparksy's a good person. Wait for me, Joy. Wait for me. That's a nice butt. That also looks like a nice butt. Yum. Ooh, treasure first. That is cute. Miss Homura, Miss Ashvale, Miss Sparksy, Miss Kuchiba. Everyone's here and I've got my eyes back. That means you've successfully caught the Millennium Killer. I wouldn't say we caught her, but in any case, she won't get another chance to harm anyone. Thank you for saving me, and thank you for bringing justice to those innocent imaginary victims. Even if the culprit is brought to justice, the damage she caused cannot be erased. Many people have lost their families and friends. Many others have lost their idols. These wounds will take quite some time for everyone to heal, I'm afraid. There will always be someone who brings hope and heals our wounds. That's right. An idol's job is to bring hope. Leave this long-term mission to me and Joy. Miss Joy, we finally made it. We knew you could pull through. I really thought I'd never see you guys again. I missed you all so much. We missed you too, Miss Joy. Maybe we can never stop evil from troubling kind people, but at least today, we saved a glimmer of hope. Oh my, doing good deeds once in a while actually feels pretty nice. Maybe I should try it more often. Thank you all for your assistance. The Department of Aberration Defense has also provided you with bonuses in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the Millennium Killer case. Awesome! Getting paid for doing good deeds. I'm feeling even better now. However, Miss Ashvale, Miss Sparksy, although it's a bit awkward to say this, there's another matter I need your help with. Please come with me to the department and assist us in completing the case report. Hold up, why is it just the two of us? Doesn't Homura have to be present? She's our main detective here. She is a foreign guest. Alright, fair enough. Hold up, I can play that game too. I can also act like I'm a foreign guest. No, you can't. Be a good sport and come help out with the Department of Aberration Defense's work. I take it back. I'm never doing good deeds again. Looking back now, I really did crack a major case. In that case, aren't I making a name for myself in plain Arcadia's criminal history? That came out wrong. I made myself sound like a criminal. Anyway, I took care of something major. How delightful. Love that for me. Furbo freebies. I like that picture. Finally, my mask. Serial murderer died on the spot due to concerned citizens. Who knew language could reframe optics like that? Folks from plain Arcadia sure pack a punch. I've heard these two concerned citizens are a certain magazine boss and a certain hard-up detective. Never mind then. Such a concern. That's March. Number 6. This fucking guy. Good riddance. Sucks that we couldn't officially put her on trial, but whatever. Dimension City is rid of that menace at last. Looks like Night Stroll's just got a whole lot safer. Give me my mask, damn it. Yes. I'm wearing it true Japanese mask style. Kochi kochi. Okay, so I have March with me, along with Mr. Veld, Doko Veld, along with Van Other. I need a bloody healer. And Supreme Healer Dan Heng. Dan Heng.
なのか見るのは構わないがあまり遠くまで行かないようだな
見て見て幼児ちゃんの大好きな巨大ロボット
Behold the Mechatron, standing tall astride the earth. Oh, that's not what I said. It's an engine of creation. Whoops.
分かったからあまり大声を出さないでくれ俺たちは招待を受けた客人として来ているんだもう少し周囲の目を気にした方がいいよく見るとこのメカ鎧まだいくつものパーツが足りていないようだ残念だないつか完全な姿で動くところを見てみたいきっと壮観だろうな
ねえねえ幼児ちゃんこのロボットと幼児ちゃんがアニメーターをやってた時にデザインしたっていうアラハトとどっちが強いかな
ここはグループの本部だぞそれに作品をまたいでロボットの戦闘力を比べるのはクリエイターに対して失礼だ
そうだよコズミックフォースのプレイヤーだっていつもキャラの戦闘力を比べ合ってるじゃん
アラハトはロボットアニメで卒業戦隊は実写のヒーローものそもそも単純に比較できるようなものではないんだ
なんか大人の答えって感じ
もう大人だからな。若い頃のように情熱的ではいられないんだ。この辺で勘弁してくれ。それよりこんなところへ来る機会なんてそうないだろう。3人で写真でも撮らないか。この巨大メカ鎧の前は記念撮影にちょうど良さそうだ。
ナイスアイディア。タイマーをセットするからちょっと待って。みんなで写ろう。
こんなに大きなメカ鎧の前に立つとテンションが上がるな。
幼児ちゃん、やっぱりまだまだ少年だよね。
俺たちはいつの間に4人組になったんだ。
真っ昼間の、それもこんなにたくさん人がいる場所で幽霊なんて出ないよね。あんた誰？おお。ふむふむ、美女よ。ニュースで見るのとじゃ全然違う。こんな間近で拝めるなんて現実味ないね。おっと、近すぎ？ごめんごめん、距離感間違えちゃった。そうなったらがっかりさせちゃうかも。だって私本当にお金持ってないから。あ、自己紹介を忘れるところだった。これが私の社員証。主生グループ現像技術開発部所属のステラだよ。スターピースカンパニーでの職級は P30 ね。ちょっぴり手だれの社畜ってとこ？君たちが普段お付き合いしてる戦闘部のお偉い方なんかとは比べ物にならないよ。
それで俺たちに何か用事が？
ああ、パールさんに言われて列車のお客さんたちのお迎えに来たんだった。君たちは名の知れた超銀河級の英雄だからね。ニュースで何度も見てたから一目で分かったよ。テンションが上がって思わず一緒に写りたくなっちゃっていやはや失敬失敬。
そうだったのか。はじめまして、ステラさん。
どうもどうも。それじゃここからは私がガイドとして君たちをこのビルの隅々までご案内しちゃおう。ベルトさんが興味津々のメカ鎧から美月ちゃんが気になって仕方ない晴天航路モフモフ号まで弊社の大人気作品の秘密を大公開しちゃうぞ。ほんとワクワクしてきたよ。もちろんほんとだよ。見学の途中で見たいもの、知りたいこと、欲しいものがあったら何でも私に言ってよね。まずはグッズエリアに行こっか。気に入ったものがあったら今日の記念にプレゼントするよ。ベルトさんってば名残惜しそうだね。もう何枚かこのメカ鎧と一緒に記念撮影してく？
いや、少し気になっただけだ。このメカ鎧の完成予定はいつ頃になるか聞いても。
ちょっとネタバレになっちゃうけど、実は今日がその日なんだよね。見学ツアーの一環としてこのメカ鎧像の組み立てに列車組の英雄たちも参加してもらう予定になってるんだ。完成したら他のメカ鎧みたいに動けるようになるの？それはちょっと難しいかも。君たちももう知ってると思うけど、メカ鎧は眼力で動く現像種でしょ。つまり普通のロボットみたいな複雑な内部機構があって動くわけじゃないんだよね。こういうロボットなんかを見ると、人はつい無意識にそれが考えたり動いたりしたらどんな風になるかなって想像しちゃうよね。そうやって人々が想像や期待を投影することで生まれた眼力がメカ鎧に、いや全ての現像種に命を吹き込んでるってわけ。君一人がそう信じただけじゃ動けるようになるには足りないかな。大きな現像種はそれだけ必要な眼力も膨大なんだ。この巨大メカ鎧に命を吹き込もうと思うなら、ありえないっていう思考の枷を外さなくちゃならない。そのためにはとてつもなく大きな願いを乗せた物語と、何にも縛られない自由な想像力が必要になる。ところが残念なことに現代人の思考は現実的になりすぎちゃったんだ。こんな大きなメカ鎧が一体どうやって動くんだとか、とんでもない重さなのにどうして立っていられるんだとか、そんな風に考えずにはいられない。そんな疑いの気持ちがほんの少しでも混ざってしまううちは、大地に立つ巨大メカ鎧なんて夢のまた夢ってこと。もしかすると文明があまり発達してない社会の方が現像種としての巨大メカ鎧は生まれやすかったのかもね。
それは残念だな。
まあまあ元気出しなって。こんなに大きなメカ鎧の組み立てに参加できるなんて、ロボット好きなら誰でも一度は夢見ることでしょ。普通はどれだけ願っても叶わないんだから。この地ではこんな言い回しがあるんだ。富という夢、英雄という志、そのためのあらゆる努力は主勢に実を結ぶってね。子供だって大人だって誰だって夢は見るでしょ。悪の組織を倒して世界を救う英雄になるとか、巨大メカ鎧と合体して超絶かっこいい必殺技を決めるとか。主勢グループはそんな夢を形にして売ることで大儲けしてるってわけ。このエリアでは主勢グループが生産してるメカ鎧のプラモを販売してるよ。中でも一番の売れ筋商品といえばやっぱり仏業戦隊シリーズだね。わあ、このおもちゃ細かいところまですごくよくできてる。幼児ちゃんが夢中になっちゃうのもわかる気がするよ。
二層楽園の子供たちが羨ましいな。俺が小さかった頃、ロボットのプラスチックモデルなんかまだ珍しかったんだ。
君たちが目をキラキラさせてるのを見てたら、自分にもそんな頃があったなーなんてついつい思い出しちゃったよ。あの頃は本当にお金がなくて、コンビニで牛乳1本買うかどうかを真剣に悩んでたくらい。それでいつか絶対大金持ちになってやるって誓ったんだよね。それでその夢は叶ったの？長らく頑張ってきた結果、お姉さんもすっかり若さをなくしちゃって。違う違う、ここだけの話、実は私って別の顔と仕事を持ってるんだよね。
ほう、もしかしてグループでの仕事の他に何か事業でも手掛けているのか？
事業ってほど大げさなものじゃなくて、ちょっとした商売をしてるってだけ。大儲けとまではいかないけど、もうすぐちょっとした収入がありそうなんだよね。気になる。ねえステラさん、詳しく教えて。信じられないかもしれないけど、私と何人かの知り合いでカンパニーの信用ポイント体系に対抗できるような分散型の仮想通貨を作ろうとしてるんだ。
その知り合いというのは、もしやパンクロードの？
そう、遊牧の甲府って派閥の人たちだね。彼らはヌースの計算能力を拝借して採掘に利用する方法を見つけたんだってさ。今は総量が限られたヌースコインを掘ってるみたい。私そのプロジェクトに全財産をぶち込んでやったんだ。
全財産？そのリスクもある投資だ。もう少し考えた方が。
大丈夫だって。人生に浮き沈みはつきもの。ハイリスクにはハイリターンがついてくるってね。
I'm getting kind of sleepy. Oh no. I had 3 jumps. I wish they made a hard one of these.
そういうことだったのね。
山の海、竜の方向。
大丈夫。目を閉じて。もうすぐ夜が来る。おやすみ。大丈夫。私があんたに決めた。
I get the mask in combat as well. That's awesome.
地を守り、
Everything is
天を支
awesome.
える。
私を信じて。私たちに不可能はない。
Oh, excuse me.
もっと。
Sayonara.
自分の意志で結末にたどり着いてみせる。僕とメカ鎧は相思相愛。給料なんてなくても働くよ。お越しいただき安全で快適なご利用のご勘弁。
I demand a game of Cosmic Collective. 15. Hit me. Shit. That's hilarious. Just fine.
さまよう魂が行くべき道を見つけられることを願います。
Ooh, it's sand. More sinister than sand. You guys sell wanted criminal models too. Okay. Come here, little sticker. Oh my god. Giant assembly. Look at you sneaking with all the similar colors. Very sneaky. Alright, this one looks very silly. No, we don't. Oh, so cool. This is definitely Japan. Playing Arcadia my foot. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Stop it.